Hello everybody, I hope you guys have an amazing day today. Today for me it's kind of sad and happy day because today I'm gonna give back my Bluebee, my Subaru STI 2020. In the back you can see I have winter tires. I'm getting away with the car. So my car was a lease. I'm terminating my lease earlier than my term, so I own the car for a year and a half. And this video I just want to make just to talk about what positive I want to say about the car after I owned it. And I owned 2019 WRX for 2 years prior to this car, so I have some comparison too. So this is why I just want to kind of give people feedback who's considering getting this car and was wondering how it's to own it as a daily driver. So the benefits or the pluses or pros of this car: definitely amazing seats, amazing recliner seats in the front, nice material, leather, great steering wheel, great road feedback. You can feel every bump, every rock. You feel it, you know exactly how car gonna behave in any given situation. Turbocharged, 310 horsepower. I think it's like 207 pounds of torque. Just don't quote me on that, it's approximate. 6 manual transmission, all-wheel drive, symmetrical wheel drive. I mean, overall I feel like this car is amazing for the people who are looking for a manual car, 4-door car that can fit a family of 5, not compromising by like 2-door car and stuff. So I feel like it's amazing. Gas consumption is not the greatest, but it's not the pros. Are going to talk about the cons. Drifting is amazing in snow. In the snow, this car is just awesome. I put the winter tires on. I never slipped anywhere. Always in control. Traction control always help you if you like slip somewhere, so always keep you intact. Sound system, I would say it's plus. I think it's a 7-speaker plus subwoofer in the back, Harman Kardon. It's not loud. It's crisp, nice, clean sound. Subwoofer, of course, nothing like aftermarket. I did put the aftermarket one, so that's a big difference. Yeah, overall I think it's a great car, and it's like a great for the daily driver. We'll talk about some cons as a daily driver since it's a manual. But yeah, overall is really happy. The one, probably the most significant difference that I feel compared to any other car I've driven so far, it's the steering and the handling. The car feels like it's planted on the road and it's heavy, and the steering wheel is not like light, so you can do one finger twist. Like you feel like you're driving a bigger, heavier car than it actually is, and that makes you feel confident on the road, always in control. So I think that's the one most like a biggest point for me so far. After I test drove some other cars, SUVs, trucks and stuff, when I drove this, I'm like, okay, this feels heavy, planted, in control all the time. So this is what I'd say. Also, regarding comparison, I'll make comparison WRX different video actually. Yeah, so that's the pros. So the pros are all-wheel drive, great interior, leather seats, recliner seats in the front, manual 6-speed transmission, symmetrical all-wheel drive, good system, dual climate control, I think, and the really great responsive steering. I think that's the pros. The cons, I would say con-ish, gas consumption. So I drive mostly highway, and for me it's probably was around so full tank around 500, 550 maybe, full tank 450 maybe if like a little more city driving. If you do just the city, probably 400 is going to be probably max. Of course it depends how heavy you're on the pedal, but probably around that mark. Takes the premium 55-liter tank, I think, of 60. So yeah, that's kind of not good, because WRX was like probably 650 on the, and if you just doing just highway, you probably can go like 800 kilometers on that. So that will say con. Then con is also if you drive lots in the city, lots of traffic, then yeah, manual transmission, you have to go back and forth, and it's, I would say it's jerky. I'm not a expert in the driving manual. I learned to drive manual on my WRX. So I would say it's jerky, and first to second and the first gear it's really tricky and stuff. So always switching and stuff, it's not really fun if you're driving in big traffic. So I would say definitely a con. And honestly, I would say that's all. That's all. As long as you understanding when you get in this car, you understanding that this car is meant for the track racing, rally racing, and you understand it's a stiff suspension, right? You have a manual transmission, all that stuff, then you would get what you expect, right? Don't expect to get like a smooth suspension and stuff. It's perfect car for the cornering. It holds the ground awesome, right? But it is stiff, so you feel the bumps, you feel everything, right? But that's where you get a trade-off. Yeah, and the Blueberry was just really nice to me. Always had fun, especially in the winters. Like, I love driving in the snow. I honestly feel like this car is meant for driving in the snow, and it's much more fun driving in the snow, this car with the proper tires, versus driving in the dry pavement road, right? That's just my opinion, and I had a blast in the snow with this car, that's for sure. Yeah, I think that's all. Unfortunately, it's gonna be sad to give this car back, but yeah, it's time to go, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, actually, we'll talk about this little shift, little option that STI has versus WRX. Is you have this switch, which is a intelligent sport, sharp, and sport, which is basically adjust response on the throttle. And then you have differential, central diff. We can get 50-50. You can get more power in the back, more power in the front. Yeah, that's the switch that WRX does not have. Yeah, and thanks guys for watching, and I hope that this video will help somebody to make a decision to get an STI and enjoy this car as I did. And have an awesome day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe and like the video.